Good morning, you guys. We are doing a summer day in the life here. My girls actually just went to VBS. They are VBS this whole week, so my oldest daughter is actually helping this year. And then my middle two, 6th grade and 4th grade, they are participating. And then my youngest is home with me, so she's hanging out with me this week, so just me and her. We actually finished our school week about 2 weeks ago, but the first almost 2 full weeks of summer, we were just all taken out by sickness. We had this really strong stomach bug that just one by one knocked us down like dominoes. So from like pretty much the first or second day of summer vacation till almost the second full week, someone was sick every single day. So it definitely wasn't the most fun way to start our summer break, but you know, such is life, it happens. Now that everybody is nice and, you know, on the mend and has their energy and everything, it's been like cold and rainy and cloudy the past couple days. And so we aren't even able to really go outside and have fun. And, you know, the girls like to swim in the pool and things like that. But that's okay. They're busy this week with VBS, so that's occupying their time. And then tonight, we actually are going to be doing a little end of the year get together. We do this every single year since our very first year of homeschooling. At the end of the year, I have the family come over and we have some dinner and dessert, and then we kind of present what they learned this year. And so we're going to be doing that, and I'll share more about that in a little bit. And then we're all going over to my dad's church, and they're going to have some of their friends come, and they're going to do a little piano recital. My mom teaches piano to 2 of my girls, and then my oldest one takes piano lessons from a piano teacher. And so they're going to have a little recital. So there's practicing that. So they're going to be gone a good portion of the day, and I am like, what am I going to do with myself? I don't know what I'll do for, you know, 4 hours without 3 big kids running around. I will try to enjoy the quiet. I know I still have 3 more days after this. So, but today I'm going to get some work done. I'm going to do some chores and just get some things prepared for tonight for when everybody comes over, so that they can we can have that all ready to go. We started this morning with our morning time. We have kind of done it on and off, but like I said, since we were all sick, including myself, down for like 5 days each, we didn't really get to do that, as you can imagine, the first couple weeks. So we're picking it back up, and we were able to do that a little bit this morning. I'm really frustrated with my Shark stick vac right now. It worked really well for a while, but then after a while, the battery just started dying. Like right now, I can barely even vacuum 2 rooms in my house, and then the battery dies. And now it's making, as I'm filming this video, it was making this really loud noise and not picking anything up. Checked to see if there was any clogs, because I know sometimes that happens. There's nothing in it at all. I kept checking and see if I maybe missed something. The little compartment that holds all the dust and stuff, that was empty. So I have no idea what's going on. And so maybe it's time to get a new one, or I don't know. So I usually like Shark products, and have had no issue with my big vacuum, which I had to pull out to vacuum down here today, but I really love the convenience of this one downstairs. So I'm not sure what we'll do with this one yet. Maybe my husband, he usually has some magic touch that I don't have, that he might be able to figure out what's going on. You would think after 4 children you would know, and I even said this is not going to end well, but again, it's my better judgment. I ignored my instincts, and sure enough, are all 96 crayons out, Mia? Did you dump out all 96?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, let's put the crayons back.
Ew. Ew.
Ew, what happened? Oh, it's just from the crayon.
Oh.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping. What a good helper. You're almost finished. I know this sounds weird, but I always dump the clothes on the bed to fold them because otherwise, if it just stays in a laundry basket, it will stay there unfolded or folded, could be folded, for days or a week or just till we continue to pick out of the basket till all the clothes are gone. So putting them on the bed, dumping them on the bed, it just really helps. It's that little thing. Sometimes you just need like a little tweak in your routine to change things up a little bit. It's not perfectly folded. I don't spend an hour folding. I just get it folded, put it away, and it's made all the difference. Are you tired, Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready for night night?
No.
No. You ready for lunch?
No.
What?
No.
Night night?
Yeah.
You ready for night night?
No.
Do you want to go night night?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
No. Are you tired?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Baby's going night night, huh?
Wow.
What are you doing?
No.
Night night?
Yeah.
You want to go night night?
No.
No. Are you tired?
Yeah.
It was so funny. Every time I turned around, she was either laying on the floor or she had her head down, saying that she was tired, admitting that, but definitely not wanting to go to sleep. But as you can see, she's just keeping us on our toes, always doing something. The girls absolutely love her and they still always want to play with her. And so it's just been so much fun having her as a little addition to our family. She just makes our family so complete. We have this rock painting kit that my daughter did because apparently that's a thing. And so it actually turned out really pretty. She was able to get like a really good, she mixed, I think, these two colors is what I'm assuming. And it got a really good color green on it. Anyway, but she's always doing little fun things like that. And then we have my sauerkraut here. We just finished the previous batch. I've been making this on and off for years. Really super easy and a really good source of probiotics. And then you can drink the kraut juice at the end. My girls really love it. And then again, we always have little, pallets and things like that always floating around somewhere. I just cleaned out our homeschool room yesterday, and so that was the first day of them going to VBS. And so today I wanted to go through, I have all of their schoolwork that they did for this year in here. So I wanted to go through and kind of pick out some things that I want to display, and I'm going to set it here on our dining room table, and so that when our family comes over, they're able to see what we did this year and just some of the highlights of what the girls did. what it's going to look like. This is just a general idea. So I'm going to have all of our history that we did and historical sources, all of our historical fiction that we read, and then just some other read alouds. We did Bible and missionary stories. We did poetry, critical thinking, the orchestra. And then my 7th grader, she read this whole book herself. We were supposed to read out loud, but she ended up reading it on her own. It's some science, and then it's some of her papers. So I'm going to have her display which ones she wants to display. And then any like science things. She did a couple science projects, but unfortunately we couldn't keep them. So I don't have that to share. So hers looks a little sparse, but she's done so much work. So I'm gonna have her choose what she wants to. So it'll be more, she'll have more to go here. And then like Lexi, she did a biome project. She did this little like levels of the sea. This is some of her art. I'm gonna ask her if she wants to go through and display any more art. All of her papers for the year that she wrote are in here. So I'm gonna ask her to go through, see which one she wants to display. And then Lola, she did, her science mostly was planting things. This girl came home every single week with something new that her teacher was amazing. Like there was new plants every week or beans or something. But she did a little mammals project. This is what she mostly did when she was, she did school, I promise. But like during our morning time, she would spend so much time drawing. She drew probably 100 Pokemon too. So she loves drawing. And then I'm going to go through, because all of her writings are in here. Oops, I'm going to have her go through and choose one that she wants to display as well. We memorized passages that Sunlight recommended, because that's what our main history, that's what our history was this year. And so they memorized 3 big passages and then a couple smaller ones. So they're going to choose one. They're going to say it together in unison. Just to kind of show, their hard work, and that, they took a lot of time. It took several weeks to memorize these long passages of scripture. And then they're going to each choose a paper that they wrote that they want to read aloud. And so it just gives them a little bit of oral presentation skills, and just shares, again, they worked so hard, and so it just shows like quantitatively to have it all on display, and that's just a fraction of it, just to share, what we've done and all of the hard work we've put into this year. And then they also share their favorite subject and why, something they learned this year, like a favorite memory. We just kind of keep it very informal, but we have generally the same thing that we kind of share every single year. And it's just a nice way to kind of end the year and to celebrate. Now, this was supposed to be 2 weeks ago, and then we were sick, and then we had a softball game, and then last week we were sick. And so it's kind of pushed back. We like to get it closer to like right when school ends, but it's fine as long as it happens. So if you've never done that before, I totally recommend maybe you could do it at the end of this year. It's not too late, or maybe consider doing it next year. It's just so, it's just such a sweet little night to recap your whole year. Now, if I was a really good mom, I would have already printed pictures of this year and displayed them all over, but I just never get around to doing that. So we'll just have to share. We'll have to share out loud what our good memories were. And so if you have some kind of little end of the year tradition like this, let me know what it is. Is there anything fun that you add, or anything that, your family just looks forward to, some kind of tradition to celebrate the end of the year? So a lot more was added to the table. Lexi picked out a couple more art projects that she wanted to display. Lola found her paper that she wanted to read, along with some more art and a paper that she did at co-op, science paper that she did at co-op. Lex chose her papers that she wanted to display. So I think she's going to either read about Universal Studios, or she did a research report on George Mueller. And then I also added all of these books that my oldest Larissa read for her historical fiction. And then she chose a couple papers that she wrote, plus her top science grade, which was 110. And then she did a little science project. She took a picture of it. So this is what, it was a little diorama. So she printed that out along with the report. And then what else? I added I added a couple things over here. The Bible that we did, as well as the Wild Robot, because we're almost finished reading that. And then I did Bible questions and answers for kids. And then here I will display all of our Bible verses that we memorized for the year. So we are all set to go. Everything is all set up and ready to go for tonight. My mom is amazing and she is bringing over dinner for everybody, so I don't have to cook. That's always a bonus whenever that happens. So I actually have a little bit of time. The baby's still taking a nap, and so I'm gonna keep doing some homeschool planning for next year to get a little bit more of that underway. And but I hope you guys enjoyed this video to kind of get a look into what our end of the year tradition looks like to celebrate a hard-earned school year. They did a great job this year. So if you did like this video, you can give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.